And every time we collect a significant amount of stars, we get ported out here rather than the dome we were in. Because Rosalina's got something to say. Mario's so disappointed, he's the only one that actually has to stand on this entire observatory.
Oh, that cheeky devil.
It's in your pocket, which you just dropped. You.
What? Oh, you.
He went around the entire Comet Observatory, gluing nickels to the ground.
Wait, prankster comets? Now there are multiple?
Yeah, even though there's only one at any given time, it's a prankster comet, it's a generic object. Every time you walk into a galaxy, there's a bucket of water balanced on the door. When you open it, you get wet.
He's actually the one just throwing them everywhere.
He's already moving it, like, as much as he possibly can.
It's the best scheme ever. Hey, pay me and I'll move it! When you aren't looking, then he moves it back. Well, if you want to move it again...
He's the most unique Luma, in that he's not one solid color. And he's bigger.
He looks a lot more like a ball of fire. Oh, that sounds like a fair trade-off.
Hopefully I'll never have to actually do that.
Doesn't the prankster comet move once you enter and exit a galaxy?
Whenever you collect a star, I believe it is. That way if you die in the galaxy and get sent back out, you won't have to hunt it down again.
Does that count for hollow stars?
Hollow stars?
The stars you've already collected.
Oh, no. Those are always accessible after you've gotten them.
So it won't move the prankster comet?
No, you don't need a prankster comet there to do the prankster once you've already gotten it. Well, I don't want to go to the spherical minigame galaxy any more than anybody else, but Battlerock's the alternative, so... Now we do have a full new fledged level to open up, but because I hate the Battlerock galaxy, we're going to go to the minigame galaxy, Rolling Green Galaxy.
Wait, isn't this the one that's even worse?
Then ray surfing?
Yes.
I prefer this to ray surfing because at least...
You like Monkey Ball?
Well, I do like Monkey Ball, but this is nothing like that. I was just passing by. Billboard.
Any relation to Bullet Bill?
Oh, I'm sorry, get on the ball.
Let's get the ball rolling.
No, not until you get on the ball and listen to Billboard.
If this was a Legend of Zelda game, it'd be chopped in half.
And no, I actually prefer this to the ray surfing because this is, at least you're adventuring, somewhat platforming. You're not doing a racing minigame. I'm not a racing minigame guy.
So are those launches at an angle?
No.
It's just that dumb. It's just dumb luck.
There's nothing launching you at all. It's just you go into an indent and then you get popped out of it. There's no spring. There's no nothing.
You trap all this air pressure there, and then somewhere Star Fox is throwing a rock into a hole, and
I like that the seam, or like to think that the seam on the Star Ball is the same seam that you see on the super bouncy balls you could get for $1 at the vending machines. But this thing doesn't bounce like a super bouncy ball. If it did, then this might actually be a fun and entertaining minigame.
Isn't this the exact game mechanics of Monkey Ball?
No. Instead of tilting the world below us, we're tilting Mario's feet. It controls like a joystick. At some point, eventually, Mario just loses all control of the ball, and there's no way to stop him without jumping twice. Jumping twice kills all of your momentum, which is nice, but it doesn't make any sense. And the only reason we're actually doing the thing on the ball is because we couldn't actually get down here without getting on the ball. The jump is just too far to make. And 2, the power star is in the ball. So we have to go take it to the ball busting machine here. Yeah, that was pretty challenging, but what if you had to climb a pole? And likewise, we can't get down there from up here, so there's no way to screw yourself over in this level. Aside from the fact that you're riding on the ball. And that's a little homage back to Sunshine there, doing the wall kick off the windmill blade. I would have liked to see Mario just get blown away by the giant fan.
Where you facing, Mario?
Oh, and thankfully, we very rarely have to do that ball minigame. The galaxy is complete, so I don't see why I'd ever do it again, unless I'm going for some type of high score. And we did see that a speedy comet is in orbit around the space junk galaxy, but I'm not going to deal with prankster comments until I pretty much have to. And when they say Battlerock, what they mean is a bunch of metal discs, really.
Something I've noticed is there's usually always a giant looming planet that serves absolutely no purpose.
Well, we're not actually getting all of the stars in each of these galaxies, more unlocked later, so perhaps they're going to all come into play at once. No, they're not. It's called a set piece, and it's there to look pretty.
All the power stars, instead of landing on those large planets, land somewhere on these little pieces of debris. Every time.
They're nonconformists. They like to go against gravity. And it never helps when you have to collect the blue star chips to make pole stars appear. Because that's star chips, which I don't really like to do, and pole stars, which I really hate to do. This star launcher can actually be accessed with a triple jump and a spin, but it's incredibly difficult to do. So in the off chance that I would have gotten it on the first chance, then it would have been extremely hard to do, nigh impossible. But I'm actually going to say it's impossible to do because I couldn't do it. And this is the end of the Battlerock Galaxy. I hope you enjoyed it. We can't get past these star bits without getting... What are you looking at? Help me. Thanks! And we could have easily triple jumped from one platform to the next there.
Looks like you're screwed.
Oh, of course I have to spin it. Ground pounding is no longer in effect. We've defeated the Bugabooms entirely. We never have to ground pound again. Great thing about one disc and nothing else around you is you can get a very, very odd free fall going. Look at me masterfully dodge the bullets and the star bits and the coins all in one majestic arc there.
Can you accidentally escape the gravity of that disc?
Damnedest thing. You saw the wall back there and another one coming up, I believe. You can jump onto the wall so that the wall is between you and the disc will keep moving. This wall here, too. And once it gets far enough away, once you fall from the wall, you just fall into space and die.
Not even a black... What, you just fall into... down?
Yeah,
up?
you fall down. And eventually he'll go wah-ha-ha-ho, and it'll be too bad for Mario. Oh, they thought ahead. . 'Cause, 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 'c Now, just like before, anytime that there are these glass enclosures for objects like this... Oh, I like that they put the springboard in the glass, which, because of the glass is there specifically, you can jump high enough to break the box. But because of that, they always put the bullet bills here, which, if you're as talented as me, I mean, you can kite these things like a pro.
Surprising lack of rock in Battlerock.
Yeah, the Battlerock is actually, we're next to Battlerock Galaxy right now. Battlerock is the big mountain behind us.
No, I assumed they were talking about heavy metal.
That new galaxy we discovered is actually the enemy base. Every time you get enough stars to access the boss of a dome, the Black Luma will let you know. And that generally means that I'm going to rush through the remaining stars in order to get to the boss levels, because those are actually interesting.
These energy spikes never ever get explained.
No, it's just their evil readings go off the charts, and I wonder what that planet will look like once we've unlocked it.
It's a giant Bowser's head.
Again?
No, the actual galaxy is a giant Bowser's head this time.
Good. See, now this time around, we're gonna get to the Battlerock Galaxy. It's just one launch star away. And you remember these little guys we can't go into first person to look at? It's the Babooms from Mario 64 and World and 3. But they behave quite differently. You see, they're completely docile and have no wind-up spring. You just spin to pick them up, or you spin to activate them, and then pick them up and throw them at anything you want them to blow up at. And they blow up once they glow red enough. And here we have an everlasting gobstopper in need of help.
I can't finish it by myself.
But instead, let's feed this hungry Luma. Only 30 star bits. I mean, come on, really? Start with this challenge. 30 star bits ain't that much. We can just go ahead and... Okay, fine. We'll free the Luma.
Pound it on its head.
The expression on the Chainchomp's face, they're just so thrilled to be rolling around on this thing. I'm not Pac-Man at all, what are you talking about?
Well, you can go help my friend, or you can help me curb my hunger pangs.
This is a much better Luma to free than the other one. This one's rainbow colored. Really the dilemma of the century. Which one you choose will later on affect which path Mario takes. Through the storyline.
Or midnight snacking.
I'm impressed those Chainchomps can bark without moving their smiling teeth. I know, I almost died.
Instead, I'll die instead.
And by shortcut, he means way to access. The previous Luma that came here accidentally transformed way too high, so they had to send another one. He got trapped.
So, as opposed to being imprisoned in a cage, it's now a motionless sling star forever.
Mm-hmm. And eventually that entire little planetoid is going to break apart or get sucked into a black hole. Him along with it. Now, this minefield in 2D of pool stars is not actually the problem. Of course, it's the star bits that litter the main drag through the pool stars. So one of the interesting things I have to overcome is how am I going to get around all the mines and the star bits. Again, if you get knocked out of the bubble, straight back to the platform. Gravity goes up really far on the platforms next to pool stars. Damnedest thing. So it's the giant bell we have to press to get room service, but so slippery. Now that really pushes my buttons. Both of those question mark blocks are full of star bits, and it's not the kind that breaks open with a bunch of star bits. It's the kind that every time you jump into it, one star bit is automatically added to your counter. So I can't demonstrate that.
Did they really need a cutscene for that?
Well, they have to establish the room, otherwise you won't know what to do here.
Did they really need a 5-second cutscene for that?
Here are the other type of baboons, the ones with wind-up springs that walk towards you. I'm pretty sure their blast radiuses are the same, even though... Now, welcome to the canon of Mario Galaxy. Strangely, it is not part of the actual lore, as opposed to the other games. With the canon, if you take your Wiimote pointer towards the screen, then hold down the ground pound button and pull it away from the screen, you actually can zoom out, and vice versa to zoom in. We were actually supposed to shoot to the other side, blow it up, and destroy the center, but I got them both in one shot, and they just happened to be in the same spot where the launch star appeared. Now I'm pretty sure this is where Olimar's ship looked like, circa Pikmin 3.
80s moneymaker.
Now that's talent. That is talent right there. I hit both glass shields and Mario.
So, power stars can sometimes have their own gravity field.
This just turned into a point-and-click adventure, basically. And yes, if you do hit any of those, it's instant death. So we spent a grand total of a minute and a half in Battlerock that time. We broke into and straight back out of Battlerock.
It was quite a lack of fight? What? Where was the battle in that?
Well, we got the rock.
Yes.
I think the battle comes in now. It's backwards. First one was the galaxy, then the rock, then the battle. It's like a memento in video game form. I like that they created a pun out of something they originally named themselves, Topman and Topmaniac. You can't do that. You're just setting yourself up for a pun. You remember... These are the Monty Moles from Mario Bros. 3. They were on the airships. In this game, they're not on the airships, because they completely forgot what they were used for. They throw wrenches at you.
Is he engineering that static metal disc?
Somebody's got to keep the screws screwed in. Oh. Of course, it's always a very dangerous maneuver when there are star bits on the other side of the planet. As long as you're standing on the thing, Monty Mole's not going to pop out, so there's no danger in it. This guy always confused me. He didn't seem much like a Mario enemy at all. He's completely impervious to your attacks. If you stand on him, he'll be sedated, like a bugaboo. But in this time, indefinitely. And he shoots laser beams from his mouth.
It looked like a mad scientist created something for his ventriloquist buddy.
Beep boop Mario. Do not destroy me. No, Luma. The bubble with the glass is actually what's keeping your friend trapped inside. This is not the Topmaniac. He is a lower level top man. Completely unrelated, some other hero cut off the bubble generator.
2 seconds later. It's morphin' time!
Mighty Morphin Luma. Oh god, it hurts! This is the loneliest guard in all of Battlerock. Here, go stand on these 4 crates on the outskirts of the mountain. They specifically built a 5-sided crate to cover that pipe, thinking Mario would never discover. See, now this is what Mario Galaxy should have entirely consisted of. 2D sections with gravity arrows. I love it so much. Now, of course, I could just jump straight into the blue gravity on the ceiling, but I have never actually seen anything beyond that point in this stage, because I've always done that. Like, I had no idea that those star bits were going to form there and trap me in here forever. If you look at it as a pair of eyes, they just shift their emotion from angry to sad and back again. The wonders of gravity, Mario. And it's interesting, because the raising and lowering platforms aren't actually a threat to your health, they just impede your progress, which is something you really can't do without gravity effects. And I'm screwed, so I'm gonna have to exit the level, and I was really surprised they let me get away with that.
So, it doesn't look like the red ones actually go fully into where that crack is.
No, that was actually a completely different device, and they just came and replaced it right before Mario showed up. The boss fight of the Battlerock Galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, that wasn't a grand star.
You're just following the reverse gravity of this platform all the way.
Suddenly.
Well, and then gravity works again, and the hole is patched out.
I think they did that because when it switches camera where you can't see what's going on below you, they just loaded a completely new area and made it look like you fell into a new one, because they just couldn't think of a way to transfer you from one area to the other. Or maybe it's a loading thing. It's hard to tell with these Mario games. Oh, we made it up just in time. Oh, that was intense. Now we are standing on the titular Topmaniac, and the Topman tribe makes its home here.
Is the entire platform the boss?
Actually, we can see there's a electric field. There is a spontaneous shadow.
What?
I thought spinning tops were actually supposed to have, like, a good balance. That's the point of a top, right? Meet Topmaniac of the Topman tribe.
He's the top dog around here.
Every time you hit him, he sends out star bits, and it's actually not that big of a problem. Not only because we can just stand outside the arena.
So chippy!
Those guys actually have better balance than this guy does. And he's really one of the easiest bosses, but actually one that I enjoy in Mario Galaxy. I think Mario's big beef with the Topmaniac tribe is spinning in Mario Galaxy is his thing, and they're kind of honing in on his territory. I love this guy, and it's just a shame that I can't actually...
He picks the oddest places to set up shop, too.
Generally right by a boss fight from here on out. Of course, we don't need that, because this is actually one of the fights that technically you should be able to win without spinning at all, but even if he touches the electricity, if he wasn't spun into it, it doesn't count. And the last time, everything just goes away and there's no star bits, so... Just to demonstrate that homing ground pounds do affect stars, or rather vice versa. Like a record, baby. Right round, round, round. Now Mario's top dog.
Ah.